This is KCast Radio. Classic rock to the bone.
KCast Radio, you're on for Kurre and Klapow in the mornings. Classic rock to the bone. Get that KCast Radio app. It's the perfect Christmas gift, by the way. It's free. That's what you should do.
Oh, that's it.
Like everyone's buying phones and stuff for the holidays. Go ahead and get the KCast Radio app, put it on their phone for them, and say, "Ooh, I got a little extra bonus here for you." You get the KCast Radio app on that brand new i12 or i27 or whatever it is.
And you could wrap a giant KCast Radio sticker.
There you have it.
So you could wrap it all up, envelop it.
One of the places you can get the brand new KCast Radio sticker is at the Yak Shak on Highway 31 in the Pelham Promenade. They do a fantastic job. One of our brand new sponsors. Been looking forward to having Alan Norris on with us to talk about all the great stuff they got going on at the Yak Shak, and he joins us right now. Alan, good morning to you, brother. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Tony. Thank you for having me on.
Man, great to have.
Jessica's here with me too, by the way.
What?
Got both of us.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Jessica, how are you? Good. Oh, good. All right. Well, there we have it. Good. Both owners of the Yak Shak joining us here at theyakshack.com. And, of course, again, stop by their store, Highway 31, right across from the YMCA there on Highway 31. Fantastic shop. I got a chance to go in there. Ironically enough, it was on the day that Eddie Van Halen passed away, so we'll always remember our visit at the Yak Shak. It was very bittersweet, and I was kind of like, I was a little antsy, and I just wanted to get back to the radio station, but I wanted to enjoy the time we had together. But you guys do a fantastic job. First of all, talk about you're so much more than just yaks, kayaks. You're everything. Talk about what you do real quick, and then I want to get specific about some Christmas ideas, okay?
Sure. So kayaking, obviously, but fishing, apparel, outdoor equipment, accessories. We have things like floating sunglasses, right, and face shields all the time, and tackle, lures, everything that you can need for your fishing kayaks or the kayak seats and random stuff on the rails and stuff that you add to them. Electronics, batteries, everything from fish finders to the actual lithium batteries that you use, lights. We got a lot of stuff, and we're trying to add more and more every day.
Now, the one thing that kind of surprised me, because I walked into the Yak Shak and I thought, okay, I'm going to see a bunch of kayaks, and I did see that, and some of the best kayaks you can possibly buy. You can also rent them, which I think is super cool. But the other thing I thought was really interesting was your fishing lures and how much you were really into fishing. I didn't realize, I know you can fish from anywhere, but fishing from a kayak to me is a relatively new process. Talk about how that works and just how involved you are with Lake Guntersville and the Bass Pro, all the people that are Bass Pro guys and everyone else that does the fishing lure thing. Talk about that a little bit.
Sure. And if you've been to the rivers or you've been to the lakes recently, you've seen an increasing amount of kayaks and paddle boards and things like that on the water. And then the fishing scene really came alive, about a decade ago, and just been growing. The sport's been growing more and more ever since. I got into the sport a decade ago as well. That's when the idea among friends sort of happened, and the name the Yak Shak locked down. I bought the domain for the Yak Shak 10 years ago, and had been renewing it every year for about $15 on GoDaddy.
There you
and
go.
Just thinking about it. And then, but sport itself has grown a lot. The Bassmaster Classic team has actually launched a kayak series, the Hook series. And you have KBF, which is kayak bass fishing, a lot of stuff.
We have a local chapter we work with, Iron City Kayak Anglers. So there's chapters really in every state and most cities now. You start to see the increase. So the demand has definitely really gotten popular. It's really turned from where bass boats were the primary fishing mechanism to where now you have kayaks, because you can really get into tight spots. You can go to about if there's a motor requirement or non-requirement. You don't have any of that issue with kayaks.
Yeah, unless you get a motor. You get a motor on them. You had to register them. But that's the kind of kayak that we all super, modified, and you can add outboard motors. You can add trolling motors, all kinds of electronics and fish finders to these things. So they've come a long way.
First of all, you said, did you hear that? You can add a motor to your kayak.
I know, right?
That's sweet.
I know. Can you put a TV on there so I can watch college football while I do some fishing?
I'm sure there's some command centers out there with multiple monitors.
So here, I have a question for you. So a lot of us who've never, maybe we've fished and maybe we've, been in a kayak before, but this whole idea of being able to fish in a kayak, but we're novices. Can the novice kayak, or someone who's really never done it, or maybe just a couple times, do they need to get really proficient at kayaking before they can do the fishing, or can it all kind of happen together?
That's a great question. I grew up loving fishing, and fishing will always be my passion, my hobby, my go-to. And so when I found out that folks were using kayaks as a means to fish more strategically, get off the bank, get off the dock, get a little bit out there in the water, try some different smaller areas, that really piqued my interest. I have kayaked before. I've whitewater kayaked, and I've been down rapids. I've been on all around the Southeast and doing that. That was when I was in middle school, and kind of grew out of that, forgot about it. And then when I found out people were using them to fish, that's when I really got interested in it. But to answer your question on how much skill level you need, if it's labeled a fishing kayak, all that really means is it's more stable and it's more comfortable. So if you're going to get into kayaking, getting into a fishing kayak is actually the easiest way to learn how to do it, because they're much more stable and comfortable, and you have a sort of that peace of mind that you're not going to flip out of your boat.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I posted a picture of me sitting in one and I'm 6'4", right?
Yeah.
So I got in one. I mean, you can actually get two people in a kayak. And by the way, you can see those pictures on their Facebook page at the Yak Shack, and also, of course, on Twitter at Yak Shack Official. I was pleasantly surprised how comfortable they were as a big guy in it, because I'm wanting to rent some and actually get one for my kids coming this holiday season. The one thing I think you guys do great, and we're talking to the Yak Shacks, Alan and Jessica, they're the co-owners, and they do a wonderful job. Highway 31, the Pelham Promenade, it's right across from the YMCA, also the yakshack.com. You can see pictures of everything they do. The one thing I thought was really interesting, you talk about fishing, because I really didn't put the two together. I just thought, much like kayaking, I'm just going down the Ocoee or whatever, the fact that you can fish. But talk about your stocking stuffers, because you got a ton of stuff that you can stick in there. And I know a lot of people are already shopping. We're 45 days away from Christmas. Now's the time to get it done, right?
I agree. Well, I always want fishing lures in my stocking, so hint, Jessica, she knows. But like the line cutters, these things cut 100-pound braid. They're really, really small. They were on Shark Tank, and they actually got picked up by Damon. And so they're a really cool company. And
like Alan mentioned, we have floating sunglasses. Those are always a unique idea for people. I don't know how many people tell us that they lose their brand name sunglasses all the time while they're kayaking. So this is a good gift idea too.
Yeah, and just
socks and things like that. We have.
Oh yeah, put your stockings in your stockings.
Yeah,
right? We got hay-bus socks. I mean, everybody's got to dress up every now and then, so they have.
Well, I would implore everyone to stop by and check it out. If you got even if you're not into kayaking, well, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but if you want some outdoor apparel, they have all that stuff too. They do some fantastic job. And of course, you can check out the yakshack.com again on social media platforms, Yak Shack Official on Twitter, and also the Yak Shack on their Facebook page. It's a great Facebook page. Hey, we thank you so much for being part of the show, and thanks for being one of our sponsors here on Kurre and Klapow and KCast Radio. We'll always talk about you. We love you. I'll come see you soon, and I'll have a little conversation with you afterwards. We're working on a big promotion, hopefully, that'll happen here on KCast Radio. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You're welcome anytime. Thank you so much. Here's Alan Norris, and of course, you too, Jessica from the Yak Shack, joins us right here on KCast Radio. They do a wonderful job.
Also, remember, they're a sticker stop. They are a sticker stop. So if I
say pleasantly surprised, because I had no clue what I was walking into, and I was like, holy crap. They've got these, and you go to their Facebook page or the Twitter account, and you can see the Yak Shack. You can see the paintings they have on the walls. It's just a cool place to be in.
Yeah.
It made me feel good to go in there. And I need to go back, because like I said, when I went in there, Van Halen just died, and I felt like I could not concentrate on what I was doing. And they actually work on kayaks and do all kinds of things in the back.
Great.
And you can rent one.
I love the rental. And plus, I mean, hey, you could listen to classic rock.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to KCast while you're kayaking. Wait, there's more. You could put a KCast sticker
on your kayak. Oh, yeah.
And there are sticker stops, so you can get both.
Oh, it's good stuff. It's great. Check out the Yak Shack again, the yakshack.com, and the Yak Shack right there in the Pelham Promenade on Highway 31. It's a beautiful store, and they should got something very, very. And I love the fact that he got the domain name 10 years ago, knowing that it was going to turn into something kind of like we did here at KCast Radio. We got our domain back in 1983. No? Bear here from Cheap Trick on 2 for Tuesday, KCast Radio.
This is KCast Radio. Classic rock to the bone.